Thanks for joining us on our Buffs recap here on 850KOA.com as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High. The Buffaloes win the Cinch Jeans Rocky Mountain Showdown 28-14. 1-2 in the season. Along with Larry Zimmer, I'm Mark Johnson. Thanks for being with us. Partner, the Buffs needed to win. They got to win. And they did so in the fashion in which this coaching staff intended them to play.
That's the way they want to play. They want to run the football and control the football. They didn't start off like that, but they finished like that. And I think the thing that we'll take away from this game, I know I will, 10-minute drive in the fourth quarter, you put points on the board and you clinch the game.
In our pregame on the radio, we talked about great moments in this series. Yeah, this is going to be one to talk about. The Buffs take the ball over with 11:18 to play in the fourth, up by a touchdown, 21-14. 10 minutes and 3 seconds. They got some penalty help in there for the Rams to continue the drive.
They had a face mask penalty that got them a first down. Yeah,
but that's the way you salt away a football game in the fourth quarter.
That's exactly right. And, I sort of jokingly said that's what needed to happen before it happened. And not often do you see that. But, I've seen 7.
Of course, we say that every time the Buffs take over the football.
7-8-minute drives, but 10-minute drive that, started with 11-something left to go in the game and finished with about 1:12 to go.
Wow. It was impressive. And I think what was most impressive about that is the way that Colorado ran the football, nearly 150 yards rushing.
Right. And they outgained the Rams. Thomas, he completed some passes, Mark, but not for a lot of yards.
Mostly
Everything was of
stuff.
the short variety.
Yep.
And then you have a guy like Rodney Stewart, has 98 yards rushing and 94 pass receiving. And when that running game gets going, that opens him up more to the screen pass.
Let's be honest about it. The Buffaloes played 2.5 quarters of very good football. It was the first quarter and a half that was a struggle for them.
Not very good.
They've done that in 3 games now.
Yeah.
You can't do that next week against an opponent like an Ohio State. Start that slowly.
That's for sure. Then Colorado State comes out, scores in the first drive.
Yeah.
Then I thought the defense took over the game. They really did control it until the offense got going, and they took a 21-7 lead. And CSU had one more trick play left, and that was the one that went for the touchdown. Because Parker Armstead, I thought we saw them all, but they had one more.
Yeah, they certainly kind of went to their bag of tricks. The Buffaloes head coach, John Embry, some little bit of serendipity here. The Buffs head man gets his first victory against Colorado State as a head coach. First career playing victory under Bill McCarty was against Colorado State. Nice for John to get that first one on his belt.
Yeah, he was a happy man after the game, and he played the kind of football he wanted to play, and he won it with that kind of football. But you're right. Next week's another story with Ohio State. You don't want to get down to them.
One of the great places to go and watch a college football game. Ohio Stadium, Script, Ohio, and all the history that goes along with the Buckeyes. Zim and I will hit the air at 11:30 next week on our flagship 850 KOA, followed by the kickoff at 1:30 Mountain Time. As the Buffs at 1-2 are on the road against the Ohio State Buckeyes. But for this week, it's celebration as Colorado wins the Cinch Jeans Rocky Mountain Showdown 28-14 over the rival Rams of Colorado State. For Larry Zimmer, I'm Mark Johnson. Thanks for joining us from Sports Authority Field at Mile High for our Buffs recap here on 850KOA.com.